Real laughter, it's cathartic. It's the current that moves through an audience when some truth is revealed. Figure out what it is that you have to say. Get your ass on that stage. Say it.
Look, I'm not trying to be funny when I wonder what Showtime is trying to prove with the June 4th debuting I'm Dying Up Here. Because if trying to make us laugh or make us care is what they're up to, the upcoming drama about the Los Angeles comedy scene back in the early 70s is an ensemble pratfall in slow motion. And I really don't mean that in a good way. Even with a dependably strong effort by Oscar winner Melissa Leo as the club owner who mentors and hopes to profit off all the fictional Tonight Show hopefuls who take her stage for free with dreams of a bigger payout down the line in an era when getting the nod from Johnny Carson made you golden. Because in this age, when locking up talent is one of the premium currencies of note, I get that the premium cabler wants to get in the Jim Carrey business with this series that the Andy Kaufman playing Man on the Moon star executive produces. But you'd think they would have learned something from the quick burnout of last year's now canceled Roadies, which came in part from also big talent names Cameron Crowe and J.J. Abrams. Almost like a prequel of sorts to that primarily boring backstage tale of Roadies, I'm Dying Up Here, which Showtime debuted at South by Southwest back in March and put the full first episode of up online last week, reinforces that often flawed belief that many greenlighters in the industry have that viewers want to know more about what it's like in the trenches of the industry, even though it does improve a bit into its run if you add a fatality or two, some topical themes of sexism and desperation in the City of Angels, and celebrity cameos.
There is no one female perspective, just like there is no one guy perspective.
We're not them, honey. You want to go on the Tonight Show?
Yes.
Let me help you. Find a voice that women can relate to.
I have a voice women can
That
relate to.
sheds light on our mutual experiences, huh? Then I'll put you on the main stage, front and center. My right hand to Carson.
Now, the series is set in the year after Carson moved The Tonight Show to the West Coast from New York and transformed the comedy landscape, a landscape that was already being pushed by geniuses like Richard Pryor and George Carlin, and this took place 2 years before Lorne Michaels launched SNL. The David Fleabach-created I'm Dying Up Here revolves around a chummy but competitive group of comedians who optimistically frequent the stage at Leo's Goldies, co-starring Ari Grainer, Jack Lacey, Andrew Santino, RJ Seiler, Eric Griffith, Michael Angarano, and Clark Duke. There's a lot of hanging out late nights at Cantor's, dealing with insecurities, deal-making, management with issues, played by Alfred Molino here, and the lingering sense that some of these people really aren't going to make it.
How are you? Smells good.
He always has. Don't get too close, you'll lose a finger.
Very funny stuff. So you get back to Boston much?
Well, I try to make it back for all the major funerals. Yeah, you can fly free when someone dies, so I try and plan my vacations around my dying relatives.
But here's the thing. Whether you read the eminently readable 2009 book of the same name as the TV series about the 1972 founding of the real-life Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard and its eventual proprietor Mitzi Shore or not, the story, like a good club stand-up, has to make you want to come back again. It doesn't. So whether you were a fan of Showtime's Inside Comedy sit-down chat show from David Steinberg, for a series like I'm Dying Up Here about fictional comedians to truly work, it needs a narrative that is not so attached to itself that it acts as if the sad lives of many funny people isn't something we haven't seen before. Because that, like I'm Dying Up Here, is an old joke with a very weak punchline now.